Got a new intro, got a new project, Garage Topics. As you may know from my other videos, I sold the 4Runner, but have no fear, I have another project. It's right here. I'm going to show you the initial videos from when I first got it to show the condition that it was in. Alright, so here's a 360 look at my Mazda Miata. Obviously in the front bumper you can see the paint's missing there. That's no biggie. There's actually a bra that was on it that made that paint come off. The paint's in okay condition. It looks good from a distance, not that bad. It has some aftermarket wheels on it, pretty cool. Has the hardtop on it. The paint in the rear looks okay. The taillight's slightly faded. Driver's side, same deal, looks pretty good. Same tires and wheels. Paint here isn't any different than anywhere else. Overall, it's a good looker from a far distance, but when you get up close you can see the small imperfections. But just look at it, it looks great with the hardtop. Here's a closer look at that paint that was missing. It got flaked off from the bra rubbing against it. I guess the bra was the 90s like leather that covered it. And take a look, those are some horns. It sounds like a train. Now look, here's a closer look at the paint. You can see that it's looking kind of hazy. I think it's just been sitting outside for a long time, really hasn't been thoroughly cleaned up. But it has some potential. I'm a huge fan of how those wheels look, but let's take a look at this rust. This is the biggest issue on this Miata that needs to be fixed. It's pretty common that these rust down here, so we'll need to cut it out and take a look, but this will be the biggest project and hopefully I'll share what it takes to get that all fixed up. Good news is that the driver's side doesn't have any rust, where the passenger side does. The wheels on this Miata are authentic BBS RKs. I love how they look, and you sometimes see them on Mustang Cobras. The tires though, they're directional. This driver's side front is in the wrong direction, so I'm not sure how that long it's been, but we gotta change it out. A big influence as to why I bought this particular Miata is that it's pretty much bone stock. This engine bay is very clean for 150,000 miles. You can see it's had a spark plug change, tune up with those NGK wires, but other than that, it is bone stock in here. The interior is very well kept, and I was very happy about this. It doesn't smell either, which is nice. It's all manual options, so manual wind-up windows. The dash shows 151,000 miles, and so does the title, which is good. The carpet also is in pretty good shape. The pedals are missing a little bit of rubber, but nothing major. Driver's side seat somewhere, it's all good. Center console has been replaced by some random material. Kind of looks like a football. I thought that was kind of weird, but hey, whatever that floated the other guy's boat. The roll cage that came included with this Miata is made by Boss Frog. It's the Boss Frog Maxx. Pretty happy with it. All of the stock carpet remains in the trunk. Super happy about that. He also included a shop manual and some old oil filters, so this guy really took care of his car. He had it for about 10 years before I took ownership. This is the exact condition I bought the Miata in. Overall, I think it's going to be a great foundation for a project, and it'll be a lot of fun. Alright, so let me give you guys a mini update on some things I've done to the Miata since the initial video of when I picked it up. I haven't done any major work to it because I wanted to share those things, but I did do some small things that I found multiple videos online and multiple ways to do it, so I didn't feature those. The first thing, when I was driving it, when I test drove it and drove it home, the rotors made a terrible sound, so I got new rotors on all four wheels and tires because the old ones were pretty rusty. I also painted the calipers black just to throw something on there. I did a pretty quick job of that, so if it goes bad soon, I'm not too worried. I'll just do a better job. I didn't replace the brake pads. I probably should have, so yeah, it's going to be coming up soon. One reason why I looked at doing the rotors as well is because on this passenger rear side, one time it locked up, and I didn't think much of it. I thought the brake lever, the emergency brake lever, had gotten stuck and kept it locked, but when I was replacing the pads, the caliper was pretty much seized. I couldn't get it to back in, so I had to get a new caliper, and I painted that black as well. But these wheels, I love these wheels, they're awesome. So I took the hardtop off also, if you can tell, because it's hot out. I think it's like 93 degrees right now, so pretty toasty. The rear view mirror, the old guy that had it before me, had it mounted right here, and it sucked. I couldn't see anything out of it with the hard top or the soft top down. So I went ahead and replaced it with the original mirror. I just got a little cheap mount from AutoZone, I think. And I just spray painted it black because originally he spray painted it red. So I put some black on it to cover it up, and it'll do the job for now, but I'll look at getting a new one soon. Also, these center rings here were painted red as well, so I just put a quick coat of black on them just so it doesn't look stupid. I'll probably put those chrome rings in that people touch up the interior because I think these interiors are nice. You can also see the other piece of ghetto is that this soft top lever here is painted red, which is fun. Yeah, but I've been driving it to work, and it's been a ton of fun. Mind you, my work's fairly close, so I'm lucky, but it's a lot nicer being able to actually drive the project versus working on it all the time. I love the 4Runner, but this is by far I like it a lot more just because of being able to drive it. And it's got a lot of work that I want to get done to it. The suspension's pretty tight on it. I would like to make this an autocross car show, just fun car, just good car all around. I haven't put any gas in it besides the one tank I've put in, and it gets awesome gas mileage, and it runs really nice, so I'm very happy about that. Especially since it now has 151, 328. So I'll probably put 150 miles maybe on it since I've originally bought it. But yeah, so far I'm really happy. Alright, so I keep talking about how the 4Runner didn't drive and never started up. I'm going to put that talking to rest and actually drive the Miata. Alright, so let's give it a run. I haven't started in a couple days, so this will be a first start, and you'll see how good it runs straight off the bat. Alright, so we're strapped in. From what I read, the roll bar makes the seatbelt hard to retract, which I've noticed, so I'm going to try and remedy that. But here's a garage topics first, a project car that runs and drives on its own power. Oh man. Let's see if you can see the Speed 3 in the background. Yeah, you kind of can, and we're off. Runs through the gears perfectly. No hesitations at all. I brought you in the car to talk about another issue that I had. Was when I first got it, if I floored it, it would hesitate a lot, and I couldn't put my finger on it while I was doing that. So then I would go around a U-turn quick, and the car would die after me doing a hard U-turn. So I really was wondering like what the heck is going on. So I decided to open up the gas tank, which is right back here actually, and looked inside the gas tank, and it was filled with sludge. So the guy that had it before me really didn't drive it that much, and the gas just turned into this sludge. It wasn't rust, it was just old gas. So the filter that was on the fuel pump had gotten bad, and the whole tank was filled with sludge. The proper thing would have been to drop the gas tank and clean it, but I drained it out, which took a long time because I thought the fuel pump would be enough to squirt all the power out of it, but it wasn't. So it just siphoned. It's honestly, I had maybe 4 gallons of gas in there, and it took like an hour and a half to siphon. So if you got a hand pump, do that. I got it pretty low, then I actually did use a hand pump to get the rest of the gas out, but I got that and just got lots of paper towels and rags and got almost all of the gunk out of the tank as much as I could possibly. So got that cleaned up, put a new fuel pump and a new filter back in, and it drives perfectly now, which is great. I don't know if you can hear the engine, but I might see if I can run through the gears here in a second. It's a beautiful day. Yeah, the suspension's pretty old. You can see the struts are original, and the rubber that protects the main rod is just completely deteriorated, and when I go into my driveway it bottoms out, so anything would be better than this as far as suspension wise, which is cool because it gives me a reason to change it out instead of just replacing something that's sort of okay. Definitely happy to have a project that actually runs and drives. And it just goes through the gears perfectly. The clutch feels good. The guy who had it before me took care of it. He had it for about 10 years. He has a lot of instructions about what he did and paperwork, and the timing belt and water pump was replaced recently. All right, no traffic. Let's see if we can run through the gears. I mean, this thing isn't fast, but it's fun. So go first through second. it just goes straight through. It's fine. When that fuel filter was bad, it would hesitate and buck a lot, and I thought that something was a lot worse than what it actually was. Once I changed that fuel pump and the fuel pump sock out, the filter on that, it was perfectly fine. The previous owner changed out the fuel filter a couple months ago. It probably could use a change because of all that gunk I saw in there, but it's been fine so far, so I'll be pretty happy. Alright, so that's all I had to talk about. I'm glad that I can actually share this project with you, and I got tons of work to do to it. That rust that's on that rear passenger quarter panel is going to be probably my biggest project. I've never done anything that intensive, so I think I can get away with doing it to like a 95% good enough that'll be really cheap and rather easy, but effective, so they won't bring rust back again. So stay tuned for that, and I look forward to sharing more videos with everyone. Thanks a lot. Be sure to subscribe if you want to get more videos up and running, and check out the Facebook site and garagetopics.com. Thanks a lot. Catch you later.